So from the experience of the vets, we get the relatively youth of the Ohvale Cup and the Ohvale GP machines. As they qualified this morning, Henry McCartney sitting on pole, 42.8. Harley McCabe in second on a 43.01. Reuben Bray, Warwick Brady, Luca Hopkins and Zach Weston in sixth place. Seventh position was George Bowes from Wilson Dilks in 8th. 9th, Laken Payne. 10th was Arnie Carr. Daniel Stevenson 11th and Monty Hillier in 12th position. Ralph Croft in 13th. Luca Wilkinson, Cameron Ancliffe and Izzy Carter in 16th position. Jack Newton 17th. Kobe Garrett in 18th place. Dan Deering in 19th position, and the number 2 of Josh Bannister, no time in qualifying, so will start at the back of the field. So this Ohvale Cup, Italian-made machines. This is a very much a spec series H, very much a spec series, ages 8 to 12 years old. Brought to you in association with Ohvale and OMG Racing. Now this class, of course, backed and endorsed by Pete Hickman, who we spoke to at the first round of the championship. And Hickman, of course, he's not just a money man, he's also taken an active role behind this series as well. He was in attendance at the first round at Ella Park, supporting the riders in this class, and he also went out on the track on an Ohvale machine himself. You can't really tell, you can't see on the pictures here, when you see these bikes close up in person, they're very attractive bikes to look at, actually. They're very much like scaled down MotoGP or British Superbike style machines. They really do look the part, actually, these bikes. And certainly for a young rider, you would say it's the sort of machine you would want to be racing on. There is one rider stuck in the waiting zone at the moment, but everything seems to be okay, and we'll get out onto the track. 2020 actually is the first season of Ohvale youth racing in the UK. A lot of these riders as well, we've got some experienced mini bike and mini supermoto machines. There are a few rookies out here as well, but as we say, these bikes very much looking like scaled down MotoGP or British Superbike style machines. And for a young rider, it certainly look the part on them. I think as a young rider you would want to be racing one of these, because they certainly look every bit as good as the adult counterparts. So Ohvale race number 1 is about to go underway. It really hit the ground running and was a big hit at Ella Park, and I'm sure today on this fast Lydd circuit we will go from strength to strength at round number 2. So riders on the line, riders on the track at the moment. Last few riders lining up on the grid, and we'll be underway for Ohvale race number 1 in just a few moments time. Last few riders taking their place. We've got the trackside marshals, pickup marshals on the track now, just making sure the riders are okay. And the starter will ask these marshals to move into the infield now, clear the track, because we are about to get racing underway. Everyone is now ready. Green flag goes up, and Ohvale race number 1 is go. Everyone seems to get away well. 179, Harley McCabe had that drama at the start, but gets away just ahead of Henry McCartney, Warwick Brady, Reuben Bray and Luca Hopkins, all amongst the front. I think McCartney may have taken the lead, actually, going towards the top of the track. Oh, we've lost the 46 of Izzy Carter in trouble at the line there, but gets away. So Izzy Carter with a bit of work to do at the back of the field. Meanwhile, the race goes on, and it looks to me like Henry McCartney may well have taken the lead. Reuben Bray there as well. Warwick Brady on the number 99 there. We see the 37 of Monty Hillier in there as well. Dan Deering rounding up the field on the number 80 as the leaders make their way down towards the first lap completion. And Henry McCartney leads from Harley McCabe, Reuben Bray, Warwick Brady, Luca Hopkins and George Bowes. Number 11 there of Daniel Stevenson battling with Laken Payne and Wilson Dilks. And this technical start of the lap just on the edge of the top 10, some close battles with the top 10. Dan Deering going through in 18th. There we see the number 46 of Izzy Carter, 19th place after losing the bike at the start. And Carter working hard to get back with 12 seconds to make up on the rest of the field. as the leaders make their way round for lap number 2. And Henry McCartney, after that great start, fastest lap of the race, 43.12, trying to break away now from Harley McCabe and Ruben Bray. We've got the 99 Warwick Brady in there, Luca Hopkins, George Bowes, Zach Weston, Arnie Carr, Daniel Stevenson and Laken Payne running out the top 10. Wilson Dilks 11th, Monty Hillier in 12th from Luca Wilkinson, Ralph Croft, Cameron Ancliffe, Jack Newton in 16th place, Kobe Garrett and Dan Deering just crossing the line in 18th place. Izzy Carter still charging away at the back, closing up on some of the tail enders. There's the 67 of George Bowes down towards the final corner. Zach Weston in there as well, and the 83 of Arnie Carr just a little bit further behind as the leaders make their way through past the finish line to complete another lap. Very fast circuit here at Lydd, and it's some fast, furious racing. No room for error really, because they are running very close together. There's Stevenson on the 11.41 of Laken Payne and Wilson Dilks in there, but we concentrate at the moment on the number 11 of Daniel Stevenson. Oh, was down the inside having a look there, was Laken Payne. Brave move there, but did well to back out of that one because I don't think it was going to come off. And there we see 41, Laken Payne having to try again with Daniel Stevenson and Wilson Dilks in there as well. The battle goes on. Just ahead of them now is the 83 of Arnie Carr. Still Henry McCartney that leads from Harley McCabe, and this three-way battle on the edge of the top 10. Daniel Stevenson, Wilson Dilks and Laken Payne. Just coming into shot there was Monty Hillier on the 37, just outside the top 10. Now, of course, Monty Hillier, this is his second ever race meeting, so relative novice, but he certainly has got plenty of experience behind him, and he's looking to learn the ropes here. He'll be trying to close up on Laken Payne and Wilson Dilks, battling on the edge of the top 10. There's the number 11 of Daniel Stevenson. Still see Wilkinson in 9th place, Dilks just behind from Laken Payne. Down the back straight they go, and there we see Monty Hillier in there as well, just in 12th place. Son, of course, of James Hillier, so famous father, and certainly doing well so far in the midfield. Ralph Croft is in 13th place at the moment, just a little bit further behind this battle. On the number 49, Luca Wilkinson, Cameron Ancliffe and Jack Newton. They just make their way through now. Still at the front of the field though, Henry McCartney is that leads the way. We look at the 67 machine now of George Bowes, currently in 6th place. Bowes concentrating hard through the S's because he's got behind him the 35 of Zach Weston, having a look down the inside into the final corner, although I don't think quite made it through. It's a very close battle there as they make their way through. Here we see towards the front though, it's still close with Henry McCartney leading the way. Harley McCabe, Ruben Bray and Warwick Brady in 4th place. 6 laps to go in this first Ohvale GP race. George Bowes shuts the door on Zach Weston. I think they've just lapped Dan Deering, who drops down behind. There's 46, Izzy Carter, had that difficult start to the race, and Carter's certainly not giving up. Here's the 35. Machine of Zach Weston trying to close up on George Bowes as they make their way down towards the final hairpin. There's Izzy Carter. A bad start to the race, but already has passed the machine of Dan Deering, so certainly not giving up. 135. That's Jack Newton, currently in 16th place, and Newton aware, of course, that the leaders are coming through, so just letting them through, giving the corner up for the slow riders. Now, is that Izzy Carter coming through? I think that's, well, that might be George Bowes actually. My mistake. No, it's the 41, 141 of Luke Hopkins in 5th place. 99. Warwick Brady had a strong race in 4th so far. Luke Hopkins just a bit further behind in 5th place at the moment, though. It's all about Henry McCartney that leads, although Harley McCabe has set the fastest lap of the race and is starting to close up. Ruben Bray in the tow in 3rd place as well. So this, with 4 laps to go, this Ohvale first race could really be closing up now. George Bowes and Zach Weston still battling away. There we see them going through now. Very, very close indeed. They make their way through some of the slower traffic. I think Kobe Garrett in there as well. Also having to allow the leaders through as best they can. At the moment though, Henry McCartney on the number 31 is still leading the way as they make their way around the final few corners. This Ohvale first race drawing to a close, but still very close between the top three. So McCartney leads, McCabe in there as well. It's really getting close at the front. Ruben Bray in third place. Let's have a look at this one here. There's McCabe, second place, number 179. Had that trouble at the start when he lost the engine, but got things back underway. Looks like they've just encountered some slower traffic though, so Henry McCartney has pulled away slightly there. We see just behind is the number 12 of Ruben Bray, as McCabe in second place, number 179, battles hard and tries to close up on the race leader, number 31, Henry McCartney. 2 laps to go at the end of this one. There we see, just in shot there, is the 31 of McCartney going round the final corner. 2 laps to go in Ohvale race 1, and Henry McCartney still leading. The gap goes up slightly to 1.5 seconds. There's the 49, currently in 13th place, Ralph Croft. I think Croft just saw the second place man there coming through, so yeah, McCabe's got through. Ralph Croft, number 49, still in 13th position, just behind the battle between Monty Hillier, Lake and Payne, Wilson Dilks on the edge of the top 10. There's the 31 though, the race leader, Henry McCartney, looking strong as he makes his way through the field. And just ahead now, let's see, I think that may possibly be Dan Deering, currently in 19th place. Lapped by the leader as they head towards the final lap. At the moment though, Henry McCartney looking strong into this final lap. Harley McCabe in second, Ruben Bray very close for third. There's Deering as McCabe just nips down the inside going around the first chicane. There we see the race leader there, number 31, Henry McCartney, into the top corner. Down the back straight, as a glance over the shoulder. Now I think he knows he's got the gap. He's got to keep his wits about him here because there is still half a lap to go. It's quite dry out there. It's a bit slippy in places because of the high track temperatures. So McCartney's got to keep a cool head here in towards the final hairpin. For the last time, Henry McCartney, number 31, Ohvale race number 1, punches the air as he goes through, and a good ride there from Henry McCartney. It's close to the line for second place. Harley McCabe in second, Ruben Bray in third. Dan Deering goes through in 19th, and Warwick Brady in 4th, Luke Hopkins in 5th. There goes George Bowes, who held off Zach Weston to the end. He takes 6th place. Arnie Carr should be coming through very shortly, a little bit further behind the number 83, but he looks happy, doesn't he? Henry McCartney, he seems very chuffed with that one, and who can blame him, because he ran very well for the entire race. Took the win by just a shade under 3 seconds. Very hard fought race victory. A bit further back, Stevenson in 9th, Dilks 10th, and Lake and Payne 11th, Monty Hillier crossing the line in 12th. And last ride, I think it was Ralph Croft just going through. He takes 13th position. So Henry McCartney winning Ohvale race number 1. Plenty of action in this, very much a spec series, some very close racing out there. So we look forward to race number 2.